Ever wonder why Silicone Mermaid tail makers don't accept returns? It may seem obvious, but the real reason goes a lot deeper, and we're going to dive on in. My name's Catherine, also known as the Tiger Shark Mermaid, and I have been in this industry for many, many years. Let me give you 5 good reasons. Reason 1. Silicone tails aren't like fabric tails where you have small, medium, large, etc. It actually goes a lot deeper than that because it involves customization, not just down to the colors and pigments, but it goes down to the sizing. As a silicone tail artist and someone who crafts these tails, when I send out an email to the individual who has placed an order for a custom tail from me, I ask for not only circumference sizes, but also height sizes so that I can craft this tail to fit like the tightest pair of skinny jeans that you will ever wear. And that's not just because that's just how I do it. All tail makers who craft silicone mermaid tails request different measurements from the individual so that we can craft it to fit for you. And this makes it so that these tails cannot be returnable. If you return a silicone tail that is customly fit for a specific individual, I as a seller cannot really resell that tail in a sense that it's going to be available for a wide market of individuals. Only a very, very small portion of individuals are going to be able to fit into that tail. Silicone, yes, it is stretchy. Yes, it has some like leeway to it with sizing, but it's going to be even harder for a small business owner to sell a silicone tail that is already sized and already custom for a specific body type, shape, and sizing. It's not a one size fits all for silicone tails. Reason number 2, the return abuse risk. Now, when you start a small business, of course, you're going to take on risk. You're risking your time, you're risking your money that you're putting into your business. It is a full-on gamble. However, the one thing that you can control that I wish I would have established when I first started my business was a return policy. A return policy not only protects you, but it communicates with your customer on what your policy is for your store. And if you don't have one, whether you're a new business or you've established your business, that can destroy your business in one go. Because I hate to say it, but there are people out there who try to take advantage of the system however they can to try to get free services from you and not have to pay for it. And I personally have had that happen to me before. And I'm letting you know now because I want to help you grow your business and for you not to get stuck in the same situation or get scammed by a scammer or somebody take advantage of your policy because you want to be nice and be very open on the returns and everything. And then you have to foot the bill because people are going to take advantage of it over and over and over. And I'm not saying everyone out there who purchases from you is going to do this, but you need to protect your business's growth by putting those policies, because just one silicone mermaid tail return can be so detrimental to a business because they cost thousands of dollars to just make. And you wonder why they cost up to thousands of dollars to purchase or to commission from a creator is because they cost thousands of dollars just for the materials themselves. Not including the time, not including the energy put into the craft, not including all the mistakes that the creator has had to learn and invest time and money into learning how to make a silicone mermaid tail. It takes a lot. And it's important that creators protect themselves from people who want to take advantage. That way that the industry can continue to grow and the business can continue to grow, and we can see more people out there making amazing works of art than getting scammed over and over and over to the point where they just decide to end their business altogether because they did not have that policy in place. Reason number 3. Once an order is placed, I immediately go purchase the materials that I can, such as the silicone, neoprene, cups, paintbrushes, and so on. And there's some items that I can't purchase, like pigment colorations or things that involve sizing, such as the monofin. I hold those off. But to ensure my duration and my productivity line is shorter for individuals so that they can get their products within a timely manner, I purchase those specific items up front to allow for them to be shipped into my shop. All of my things that I craft come from items that I have to purchase online and get shipped to me. And if I don't have those materials, I can't create the item and bring it to life. And a lot of those companies are small businesses, and they also have return policies, and some of those return policies involve non-refundable. So once I purchase those items, I can't return them if my client cancels. It's something that I have to absorb, and it's harder for a smaller business to absorb those costs and accept them, because if it happens too many times, it will tank the business and they will not be able to continue. Reason number 4, silicone itself cannot be re-poured into other shapes. Once it's poured and cured, it is going to stay in that shape. I'm going to give you a little lesson on silicone. So you have a mold, which is the shape that you want and the pattern and everything. Once you create and mix the silicone and pour it into that mold, it's going to sit and cure. It takes a couple hours. Once it's cured, you can pull it up, and then you have a specific shape that you can paint, you can design with pigments and patterns, but that shape is irreversible. You cannot turn, let's say we make a scale sheet, I cannot turn that scale sheet shape into a starfish dive toy. It is now a scale sheet. Once that's done, it cannot be reversed. Reason number 5, custom colors and palettes and designs are part of an individual's overall brand and aesthetic. If a client reaches out regarding wanting a silicone tail commissioned, they already have an idea. They have an idea of the color, the pattern. They may or may not have already built up a brand identity, whether it's professional or they're doing it as a hobby. These colors and design elements become a visualization for that individual's brand they want to showcase. Not just a generic one pattern, one color fits all. Now, don't get me wrong, I've seen several Little Mermaid tails out there with that green color, and that aesthetic can work for multiple people for cosplay purposes. But there's a difference between building a brand and a business around a character that you have crafted and created versus cosplaying a character that already exists. When you build a character and you build a brand, it's a different experience than if you're cosplaying the Little Mermaid or one of the Little Mermaid sisters. It's a different aspect. For example, I have built my brand around the tiger shark look, the tiger shark pattern aesthetic. And I personally, if I'm looking to commission a silicone tail, I'm going to pick one that has a tiger shark look to it, more deep blues, more gray, more cooler tones that kind of match the aesthetic of sharks. I'm personally not going to want to get a tail that's fuchsia pink with bright neon yellow dots on the back. Now, I'm not saying that that looks ugly. What I'm saying is that I personally would not pick that aesthetic or that color palette because that is not what my brand represents. Now, if your brand represents bright pink fuchsia with yellow dots, that is beautiful, that is perfect, and that fits you, and I'm glad it does. It just doesn't work for what I'm trying to showcase in my terms, in my brand. If that custom tailored design is returned or someone cancels an order when it's in progress, it would be extremely difficult, sometimes inappropriate, for a creator to resell that creation or that design because it was built around one individual's image, style, and branding choice. And someone else might love the colors, like especially if it's just a basic tail, like a basic blue, or like I said, an Ariel green, that can totally be repurposed. But if somebody does a triggerfish tail and they're known as the triggerfish mermaid, when you have to sell that tail off for a reason, it feels like you are selling a part of yourself. And I completely understand that feeling because when I had to sell 3 of my Silicone Mermaid tails so I could pay for ventures that I wanted to pursue in the mermaid community, such as Silicone Mermaid art and all those materials, I needed to fund those material costs up front. And part of that involved me sacrificing my 3 silicone tails so that I could build up my skill to craft a silicone tail myself. It generally feels like letting a part of your brand go when you have to sell. And I completely understand that feeling because I've gone through it with that. And I personally never want to resell somebody else's tail because they canceled, because I feel like I am selling somebody else's image. And like I said, sometimes it can be very difficult to resell an image because not everyone is going to want that pattern or those colors or be able to fit in those exact sizing measurements. Those are the 5 real reasons why silicone mermaid tail creators do not often offer refunds once the process has started. It's not us being difficult, it's protecting the art, the material costs, and the industry as a whole. Because silicone mermaid tail creators have to learn their craft through trial and error. Without silicone mermaid tail creators making silicone mermaid tails or even fabric mermaid tails in general, we cannot grow the professional mermaid industry as a whole without them. And this is just a way to protect those creators so they can continue to create, craft, design, and help other people build their brands through that artistic form. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope this information gave you some insight into the reasons why. If you would like to see more content, or if you have any other questions about professional mermaid industry or business related stuff, you can leave it down in the comments below and I'll do my best to make a video out of it next week or next time. We'll see.